MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight, the second of 4 between the Omaha Storm Chasers and the Nashville Sounds. And with that,
he sports a batting average with runners in scoring position over 300, so you could say he relishes in those big moments. We'll see if that's the case in this one.
Kelly Epps is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. And Eric, you take a look at our visitors here with the early lead tonight as we play the bottom of the first. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
And they got a great pitching performance in the opener of this series, so if they could get anything comparable here or the rest of this road trip, you can bet they'll take it.
2-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Rich Ayala stands in for the first time now, looking to stay hot. He's been a real force at the plate over the last week or so. Out in front of it, strike one. Nobody out, runner on first. Tap foul at home plate. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. EK, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be looking to see if that guy in the 7th spot can stay hot. He loves playing here on his home field, hitting over 350, so there's a good chance he'll have a big game with the bat. Some ballparks are just gold mines for certain hitters, and that's clearly the case for him here.
And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Well, 2 very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make him bring something up.
Outside, 3-0 now. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Already hitting 98 miles an hour here in the first inning. He's one of the hardest throwers that these guys will see all year long.
Don't want to forget about him. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Ripped down the line, but this will wind up foul as he runs the count full now. Here comes the payoff pitch. Drilled to first, right to him. The second for 1, relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So no runs or hits here as the error turns out. Glenn Ryu will stride in. He drove in 3 of his team's 4 runs in last night's game.
When you're hitting under 200 on the season, you've got to come up with a good performance every once in a while, and yesterday was one of those.
Ball. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. In there at the letters, 1-2 now. Hit the other way out toward right field. LeFevre is there. 1 away. And with that, here's the alignment for the Storm Chasers on D. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, if there's a ball hit out to center field in this one, and I'm the third base coach, I am not going to send him. He has a cannon out there in center field. Everybody knows it. We'll see if he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. That misses. 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, well, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
Oh, that's not a bad idea right there. Go ahead and try that back foot slider on a 1-2. Hope you can get him to commit. That's a good job of laying off of that pitch.
Outside at a full count, 3-2.
So many times pitchers will get ahead, and they'll start to mess around, and the next thing you know, it's a full count like it is here.
This is line to left, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
And on the mound, here's where you got to keep pitching like it's a one-run game. You never want to get in that relaxed mode where you think, I've got some cushion. I can afford to give up some hits. That'll spell disaster.
Russ Ford comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And that's swung on and missed on a pitch down, 1-1.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And another foul ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Ooh, there's a tough one to take right there on a 1-2 pitch, especially after fighting off so many pitches leading up to that one.
Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Ashe moves over, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Tyler Ladendorf will get his first opportunity now, and as you can see, he enters play with that average up near the .320 mark.
Well, when you look at what this guy's done so far, Matty, he leads this ball club in average. He's been a huge part of their offense so far this season.
And he pops it up back behind second base. Colon is there for it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. John Hicks will stand in, and you see what he's done over the past 4 games, as hot as they come.
John Hicks.
Into the windup and the pitch. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Well, you know, the big key to throwing the slider is knowing when to throw it for a strike and then when to try to get a guy to chase out of the zone. Once he gets ahead out there,
1 ball, 2
you know
strikes,
he loves to get you to chase.
The 1-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Brandon Baker will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, he hasn't played very well all season, and if you look at his last 10 games, he's only had 4 hits in those 10, so what's he doing to help?
And it's quickly 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Now batting, 3rd baseman,
Kelly Epps stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1.
And you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Ball.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 3 innings complete. The Storm Chasers lead it 5. Rich Ayala is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Right there for strike 1.
Well, he's thrown a first pitch strike to about 60% of the batters he's faced, so that's a pretty good percentage because we're into the middle innings right now.
Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Trying to strike him out for the second time. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Calzado in foul ground. A quick out number 1.
The right fielder, number 21, Franklin Gutierrez.
So the bases are empty with 1 man gone. And digging in is the right fielder, Franklin Gutierrez. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
Well, you know when you get 2 strikes on you, you go into that protection mode up there at the plate. Let's see where this pitch winds up. Oh, yeah. That thing's nowhere near the strike zone, and that's a good job of making a guy go fishing for something he didn't really want to hit.
Standing in now, Glenn Ryu. As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Another one sent foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lined hard toward right center. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
Now batting,
Andrew Lambo will dig in. He singled his first time around. First offering on its way. In there, no balls and a strike.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
And this gets right past Ruiz to the backstop. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. In the dirt here, and this sails on him right down the line in left field.
That's just a great job of alert base running right there. You can't just assume he's going to take third and stop there, so once that runner sees they're having trouble with it behind the plate, he just keeps right on going and scores from second base.
2 out, nobody on. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So it's 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error in the inning, and no one left on base. Russ Ford comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game, so just chip away, chip away.
Down the third baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Cologne scoops it up, and he's retired, one away.
Now batting, second baseman
Tyler Ladendorf is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout.
No, that's
low for ball 1.
Hey!
In for a strike. It's 1-1. That fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Boy, he is putting on a clinic out there right now. These guys don't know what to look for.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
All right, now that fastball's been so good, he really hasn't needed any of his secondary pitches. Another good heater there.
Stepping in now, John Hicks. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Fastball not close, and he runs it to 2 balls and a strike. And not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul for the second strike.
This is turning into a great battle at the plate.
In the air now, out to right field. Moving under it, Lefebvre. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. 5 innings complete. Omaha leads this. Brandon Baker will come forward now to start out their half of the 6th, and they've found it rough sailing against this starter so far as he's yielded just 2 hits through the first 5.
Not too many hard hit balls there either. He's had them off balance all game.
First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1.
Ball 2.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
After the strikeout his first time around, I think he was able to use that first at-bat as a learning experience. Those have both been real good takes.
Set to deliver on 2-1.
I got to count 2-2
now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Chavez over to his right. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting,
Kelly Epps will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. We've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one. Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Rich
Ayala will stand in. He struck out and popped out in 2 trips.
Well, not a great start at the plate. We'll see if he can get something to drive right here.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Smoke toward the hole. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. And he is in there.
Oh, my goodness. This guy is really starting to heat up now. That's 8 straight games with a base hit. He's been fun to watch.
In now, Franklin Gutierrez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away. Glenn Ryu will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
That's upstairs.
Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Not only has he rung up a lot of strikeouts, but he still hasn't walked a batter to this point. So his control has been really, really spot on so far.
Into the box, Andrew Lambo. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you've got runners in scoring position.
We're in the 6th inning now of a 5-1 ball game. Again, he sends it out of play. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And this one gets away. That could be a run. And the recovery will be in time. He's out at the plate. And a costly decision to try for it there is all of a sudden the inning. Andrew Lambo steps into the box as the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 7th.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%, but that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
Here's the 0-2. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Drilled down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard. Russ Ford will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. First pitch is a cutter looked at, 0-1. Well, pitch count will become a factor here in the 7th. He's about to hit 100 for the game. Fly ball out to straightaway right field. Lefebvre will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Tyler Leidendorf will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. To third. To second for one. And now it looks like we're going to get an argument here, as here comes the skipper out of the first base dugout, and he looks to be trying to convince that second base umpire that the second baseman never had the ball, but you can see the umpire very clearly telling him that the drop was on the transfer. John Hicks will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far. And this is taken outside for ball one. Smoked on the ground up the middle. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
The left fielder, number 11.
Brandon Baker gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Hit down the third base line. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. The run scores from second. That makes it a 6-2 game.
Well, apparently they still got a pulse here. A run is in to score on the base hit, and now with another hit or two, they could really make this interesting.
Digging in to try it again, Kelly Epps. He singled his last time up. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. I know we have a tendency in the media to get hung up on pitch counts, but this is a legitimate workload he's sweated through so far.
Yeah, anytime you get up around that 110 mark, you put in a full shift, and he's fast approaching it here.
And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
The batter, number 10.
Rich Ayala steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat and one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Boy, things are going from bad to worse so far. He's looking completely lost up there.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. 8th inning coming up. The Storm Chasers are on top, 6-3. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And this is what you want out of your starter. Gives him 7 strong innings, sets things up perfectly for his bullpen to get the final 6 outs. He's going to walk away with a victory. Good job.
So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Eric Karros and Steve